Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm day weather meteorologist Don Watzel with a look at your afternoon video update for Tuesday, November 9th. Well, breezy winds are starting to pick up over central and southwestern Wyoming this afternoon, affecting I 80 and portions of central I 25. That will continue this afternoon into early tonight with the wind prone sections of I 80 and 25, talking about Arlington, the Summit, and I 25 Bordeaux getting in on some criteria high wind gusts overnight and into Wednesday, and that will affect travelers in light and high profile vehicles. Mountain snow is starting to intensify in the west this afternoon and will continue this evening. Meanwhile, energy will spread into the Bighorns of northern Wyoming and the Snowy and Sierra Madres of south central Wyoming evening and overnight. Snow amounts here will be a little bit less, but could still see some localized higher snowfall amounts, particularly over the western slopes of the Sierra Madres. Meanwhile, light precipitation is still possible in central and eastern plains areas into tonight. The chance of it is starting to wane a little bit, especially in the last 12 to 18 hours. A lot of the precip going to get eaten up by the mountain areas and the surrounding valleys. Nevertheless, going to see a few bands of light rain and snow showers spread onto the plains tonight, and that might even continue into portions of Wednesday morning. Then for Wednesday and beyond, looking at cooler temperatures. In fact, tomorrow's highs probably not going to stray too much from tonight's lows. They'll rise a few degrees. Then, as we get an active westerly flow aloft to really kind of put the chill on us, temperatures may hold steady or even drop a few degrees throughout the afternoon. Well, here's what we're looking at up in the sky. This is a satellite image of the northern Rockies and high plains this afternoon. Here we have our state of Wyoming and a deepening upper trough digging out of the Pacific Northwest. The main energy of that low is sitting right over here, but various waves breaking off from that main flow are starting to spread over the northern Rockies, heading into Wyoming, Colorado, and portions of western Montana. Rain and snow showers have picked up in the last couple 3 hours heading into western Wyoming, and some of that again will be spreading eastward into the evening and overnight hours. Zeroing in on the state itself heading into this evening, we're going to get those moderate snow bands to affect the Tetons, most specifically. Localized snowfall amounts of 6 to 10 inches will be likely through this evening. Other areas of the Wind Rivers, around Jackson and around Yellowstone, looking at more 3 to 6 inches with a mix of rain and snow showers over the surrounding valleys. As for the southwest, we did have some areas of fog this morning, and that did provide some reduced visibility. That has since burned off, but with some air saturation here in southwestern Wyoming, could get some redeveloping fog into the early morning hours of Wednesday. Here's what we talked about with snowfall amounts over the Bighorns as well as the Snowy and Sierra Madres. Generally looking at 1 to 3 or maybe 2 to 4 inches in some of the higher peaks, but the upslope flow from the southwest may put portions of the Sierra Madres under the gun for some heavier snow amounts that could get up to 6 inches by Wednesday morning. And again, as for the rest of the plains, isolated to widely scattered late day and evening rain showers will become a rain snow mix. Not really expecting any accumulations, will just make the roads a little bit wet into the overnight. And again, we've had some southwest winds pick up with gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour. These should subside into this evening after about 8 or 9 o'clock or so. Then we have to turn our attention towards the wind prone areas of I 80 and I 25. We do have high wind warnings in effect for these areas to account for wind gusts expected to be up to or more of 60 miles an hour, especially this evening around Arlington and Elk Mountain, more so into early Wednesday around I 25 between Chugwater and Wheatland, as well as the summit between Laramie and Cheyenne. As we continue into tomorrow, the strong westerly winds will continue through late afternoon. High wind prone areas still going to see some 60-mile-an-hour gusts, while the adjacent plains are looking at more 40 to 50. This could also impact Wyoming 28 around South Pass. For the mountain areas, we're going to continue to see some isolated and widely scattered mountain snow showers, mainly during the day and more so in the morning. Minor additional snowfall amounts will be expected. Southwestern areas again could see areas of morning fog redevelop with a few snow showers, and around the central and northeastern areas of the state, looking at mostly dry conditions, but a few light flurries could fall as we get a very stiff northwesterly flow to develop as that trough moves east and northeast. Around the Bighorns and I 25 from Sheridan down to Buffalo, continuing south through Casper and around Glendale. Could be in a favorable pattern for some widely scattered snow showers And especially near Casper Mountain, we could have an upslope component where there could be 1 to 2 inches throughout the day. So, travelers along I 25, most notably between Douglas and Casper, could run into these snow bands throughout the day. Actual road impacts are looking to be pretty limited during the day, mainly just wet to slushy conditions, but temperatures, as mentioned, probably not going to move much, should stay steady throughout the day after getting into some low and mid 40s by late morning and into the early afternoon. Now, as we head into the rest of the week, trouble spots will continue to be focused along southern I 80 and I 25. We could see extended periods of stronger wind gusts impacting travelers in these areas. And by Thursday into Friday, and again for the weekend, might have to keep an eye on Interstate 90 in northeastern Wyoming for some more wind gusts as we get that aforementioned Pacific trough to really kind of slow down and mature and wind up over the Dakotas. And that'll keep us in a favorable pattern for strong winds through the rest of the week in central and eastern Wyoming. We'll talk more about those details in later videos. In the meantime, have yourself a great Tuesday. Thanks for listening and watching.